Sonic Lab
TV.
This is the Korg Nano Key. It's one of the 3 Nano series from Korg, these tiny little USB bus-powered MIDI controllers. This is a 2-octave piano MIDI style keyboard. The keys on this are very similar to laptop keys, but they've been transposed onto a keyboard to coexist like ebony and ivory, together in perfect harmony. It takes very little power, which means you can plug this and any of the other Nano series into an unpowered USB hub, just something you could chuck in a bag, and they require so little current, they should run fine off a laptop, so you could have a virtual studio at your fingertips. In the box with the Nano Key, you get a USB cable, big to small, as you need to plug it into your unit. You also get this digital coupon, which gives you the download path to a Korg M1 Legacy Edition, which is a fully working version of the classic Korg M1 workstation in plug-in format. You also get an upgrade path to the Korg Legacy Digital Edition, should you go on to buy the full version. Incredibly, the keyboard is velocity sensitive. In addition to the keyboard, you've also got these little buttons at the side, which gives you the octave transpose buttons, which take you up and down through the octave range. The LEDs handily give you an indication of when you've reached the final travel or when you're just one below. So you get a rough idea of where you are in the MIDI range. There's also pitch transmit buttons, and these give you full pitch bend up or full pitch bend down. There's a modulation button, which as default just sends modulation signal, but you can set the depth and the controller number that this sends. The last button is called controller mode, and when you switch it into controller mode, each of these individual keys transmits its own controller value, a maximum or minimum. It can be momentary or toggled depending on how you set it up in the editor. The keyboard's easy to play. I find it quite good for triggering beats, actually. One thing that you have to watch out for, it's really easy to go into CC mode or press any of these buttons just by sort of an accidental flick of the hand. And while I'm at it, let me show you what CC mode would be good for. Let me play some chords in. It doesn't really trigger as well as a standard keyboard. It's quite easy to miss out or mistrigger a note within a chord. So it's not really a player's keyboard. I've mapped the D sharp to filter cutoff in momentary mode and the E to resonance in toggle mode. I've also mapped the ensemble on off in momentary mode. I'm sure there are lots of other applications you could use, but it's not the most obvious function to me. So let's have a look at the Korg control editor. Again, you don't get this bundled with the machine itself. You have to go and download it from Korg, but you don't have to register or anything. It's very easy. You've got common parameters, which is the global MIDI channel, pitch bend speed, and the control mode MIDI channel. You can change the velocity curves, light, normal, heavy, constant. You can change the CC number and the behavior of the mod key. Then it's a simple matter of going through the individual keys to assign the control number, off value, on value, whether it toggles or is momentary, whether it's enabled or disabled. That's pretty much it. There are no patch memories. When you're finished, you just write the scene data to the unit and you're done. Look, this isn't a great keyboard. It's an okay keyboard. It's got 2 octaves, it's touch sensitive, you've got access to mod and pitch bend functions, and you can use it as a controller trigger. If you don't fancy using this as modulation, you can use it as an aftertouch thing, so you get a bit of extra stuff. I would have liked to have seen, maybe rather than all that controller stuff, maybe some program change in there, because that would have been more useful maybe for flicking through patches. But at the price, it's the cheapest of the Korg Nano series. I've seen it for about $49.99 US street price. It's about 35 quid UK pounds, and I think it was about 49 euros, so it doesn't cost much, and it'll get you where you need to go, and it certainly beats lugging a big keyboard around.